what is meant for you. You don't have to struggle to get it. You don't have to lose your morals to get it. You don't have to cry to get it. You don't have to be a mess to get it. You don't have to suffer to get it. And you certainly do not have to do those things to keep it either. So even if you have it and you're struggling to keep it, it is not from God. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to protect and keep your peace, how to protect your energy, how to protect your vibe, how to protect your space, and actually how to protect yourself and your life. This is such a soothing topic for me to talk about because when it comes to protecting my peace, my energy, my space, my vibe, all that stuff, I carry it on my head. I carry it so much on my head because it's the only thing that keeps me sane. There's a lot going on in my life. There's a lot going on in this world. That's the only thing I have to be sane, to be normal in this world of chaos. So anything that disrupts that or interrupts that at any point or even threatens to, I eliminate with a quickness. Every single day, I try my best to protect my peace, to protect my mental health, to protect my mindset. We receive a lot of information. Actually, we're bombarded with a lot of information, talks here and there that could be dangerous to our mental, our mindset, our headspace. So I try my best to detach from all of it. Some of these things can completely distract you, take you away from what's truly true, what's truly your reality, and what life really is. Something or someone can just come into your life and destroy everything. Okay, that's the reason why you need to be so picky and be very careful with who you let into your space, let into your life, you share things with, you tell your problems. One thing I really fear is confiding in the wrong person or ranting to the wrong person or just having the wrong people around me, because that is so dangerous. You could literally die faster with having the wrong people around you than poisoning. There are active and conscious steps that I take in my life to make sure that I'm protecting my peace and keeping my peace at all costs. And I want to share those tips with you guys. The first huge tip I have, and I've been practicing for years, I've even made a video about this. That's how much I want you guys to start this, to learn this in your life. Make sure that you're implementing this in your life. And I'm also going to have that video linked below. The tip is start caring less. Start caring less. I can't stop saying this. To protect your peace and to keep that peace, you need to start caring less. Stop caring about opinions, perceptions, what people will say, how they will say it, how they will see you, what they will say about you. All these things don't matter. You don't have to respond. You don't have to react to anything or everything. You can silently detach and remove yourself from someone's life or a situation without even making a fuss or talking about it. Silently walk away. Learn to start silently leaving situations. Stop explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove a point. Stop trying to show your hand. Stop trying to be perceived in a good light or in a good manner. What I personally do is I can remove somebody, not block them. Because me, I don't necessarily block people unless you're just being a nuisance or I just cannot stand you. Then I'll block you because I just don't want to see anything about you. But naturally, I will just remove you. I'll just unfollow you. I'll just delete your contact. No need to say anything. Let's just take a step back. Let's distance ourselves. Let's just stay away from the negativity without actually making a statement. Move on carefully. One thing I always say to people is once you start explaining yourself and start letting people know what you're about to do and why you're about to do what you're about to do, you're giving them the power. It just means that you care about how they think. You care about what they think. You care about their reaction to you pulling away or you deciding to detach or distance yourself or to cut them off. Sis, you don't have to. You just need to silently walk away, remove them, and move on with your life. They'll get the picture. They would understand. You don't have to speak because when you do things without actually speaking, it already translates to what it means. So you don't need to do it. Silently walking away from people's life is what I have mastered. Don't ask them what it is, what you have done, what you shouldn't have done. Just leave. Especially with people that start to act funny or weird towards you without actually telling you why. I experienced this recently where someone was just acting weird towards me. Initially, I was really shocked. I was like, oh, why? But at some point, I really saw that they were taking it deep. Like they really were acting weird towards me without an explanation or without a reason. I took it. I didn't ask Why are you acting funny towards me? What did I do wrong? I just calmly, carefully removed them from social media, deleted their numbers, deleted pictures of them, deleted every trace of them in my life, and I just moved on. Until today, none of us spoke about it. We're living our lives separately. I wish them well, and that's it. And I feel like that is one of the best things you can do for yourself, because to avoid the back and forth or the you did this, why did you now do that, it's not necessary. Silently take yourself out of situations without causing a scene, causing drama, causing all the back and forth. There's no need. Another thing again is when you fall out with people, there's this thing that people do that I find really, really funny. You start to post quotes or post certain things that you think will make them feel a certain way or will hurt them in some way. You're deceiving yourself. That's giving quite the opposite, because that's you caring too much. You care about them too much and the situation to the point that you have to go and start reading a post to then relate it to the decision you have with them and then post it for them to see. I graciously refuse to be part of that. I will never do that. I've done that in the past when I was younger, when I didn't know better. But me of 2023, 2022, late 2022, now 2024, absolutely not. I don't live my life like that. You need to live your life like you have nobody watching you. You need to live your life like this is your life and it's just you in it. The opposite of that is you caring too much. And when you care too much, little things trigger you. Little things get under your skin. People easily tip you off. People easily get to you and they know how to get to you. You're easily triggered. You're easily influenced. Caring less doesn't mean that you're emotionless. It just means that you don't let things that don't add value into your life disturb you. As long as it doesn't affect your mental, your physical, does not kill you. It might hurt you for a little bit, might sting here and there. You get over it and then you move on with your life. You're more happy, you're more at peace. There are certain situations, certain people that I wish that things didn't turn out the way it did. But at the end of the day, it turned out like that. And I believe in my life that there is no situation that was not planned by God. So if things happen a certain way in your life, God definitely ordained and allowed it to happen. So while it might be painful, while it might be hurtful to lose somebody or to be in a certain situation, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and there's a reason why it happened. And just make peace with that situation and move on with your life. Stop dwelling on things. Stop letting your emotions be riled up over little things. Start caring less. The second tip I'll give you: avoid gossip and drama. When it comes to gossip and drama, I've always avoided this from time, even when I didn't even know myself, even when things were not like this for me. I wasn't self-aware, all of that. I always like to avoid gossip and drama. Avoiding gossip does not mean that you wouldn't kiki with your friends. I love a good girl chat. Me and Fatim, me and my girl, we'll talk about things that excite us. We're girls, okay? But obviously we have a limit to that and we know what we discuss and how we discuss things. It's not from a hateful point of view. It's not from a bad point of view. It's not from a negative point of view. It's just chit chat, girly chit chat. But there are people that make it their life mission to just talk about other people, and not just talk about people, but badmouth people, destroy people with their words, talk horrible things about people, and especially people in their lives, like their friends, their family. And the crazy thing, same people that would sit and gossip about people are the same people that would still smile in the faces of the people that they've gossiped about, they've talked badly about, which I always say is a demonic act. It's actually a clear sign that you're fighting demons, because how can you be so mean, so bad, and then have the mind to look the person in the face and smile with them and also tell them, oh my God, you're so pretty, I love you so much? How can you do that? If you're that kind of person, you must have a stone in your heart. I'm not the kind of person that wants to have extensive conversations about other people and their lives and what they're doing, because I honestly don't care. I could chit chat about a latest topic with my friends, talk about what the hot gossip is, about celebrities and all that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, it's not a daily thing, one. And two, it's none of my business at the end of the day, and it's just surface level. I don't go in depth. I just give my opinion on the situation that is a public matter, and that's it. And then if it comes to like people that are not even celebrities and like personal situations, I barely even have a lot of those, because like I said, I don't even have friends enough to start having issues with different people. I barely have issues with people, and I love my life the way it is, because the less friends you keep, less bullshit, less problems, less drama, less gossip. You have quality friends, and this is not to say that you're not going to have arguments with your friends. You would, but it's within that circle. It's you and that person, or you and those 2 or 3 people dealing with the issues, and then that's it. All this she said, they said, we now said, I don't like it. That's the reason why my house is good enough for me. I protect my peace so much that I stay here. I'm actually very protective of who I let into my space, how I let them into my space. Even when I let somebody into my space, I'm very careful on what I share and how I share, how I communicate, and I always take note of the kind of conversations that people want to have with me. Honestly, I can't even remember the last time I had drama. I cannot remember. The third tip is one that I have spoken about so much, and recently on TikTok I spoke about this and a lot of people chimed into the conversation, and I really appreciated the feedback that I got. And if you're not following me on TikTok, I'm going to have that linked below and also on the screen as well, so you guys can go ahead and follow me. Cut people off, okay? Learn to cut people off. Let people go. This is bittersweet, and I understand that, and it's a painful thing. I just addressed this a few days on TikTok because under the first video that I made about letting people go, there are some comments of people saying that is harsh to do, you're not going to have people left in your life, that is so mean, blah, blah, blah. And I made a follow-up video explaining that the act of cutting people off, or you deciding to cut people off, might be the most painful thing that you would have to experience. Because for me, I know that every time that I've had to cut people off, I genuinely didn't want to cut anybody off. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to cut them off. But I know that I had to, because not doing that means that I am willingly agreeing, consciously accepting disrespect and people that don't add value into my life. So I am also stepping on my own boundaries. I'm also disrespecting myself in that situation, or in life in general. So if I don't take myself serious, why should I expect people to take me serious? If I tell them that this is my boundary, they cross my boundary, not once, not twice, not 3 times, and then I let them steal in my life, then I'm a joke. My boundary is a joke. My life is a joke. My decisions are a joke. I am a joke. When someone disrespects me constantly, do not add any value to my life, constantly brings problems into my life, constantly arguing with me, constantly putting my body in a state of flight or fight mode, anxiety. When I see that person, all I just feel is trouble. I smell trouble. I have to walk on eggshells around them because they are very sensitive, or they complain about everything. They just complain and complain and complain about everything. When I do one thing wrong, they will pick offense. They're always offended. They're very sensitive, and that causes me to not feel at ease every time I'm around them. Why am I around them? There are people you know in your life that deserves to be cut off, and you know what I'm talking about. There are people that just don't serve any purpose, any good purpose in your life, and they don't deserve to be in your life. So why are you keeping them in your life? You would feel a lot more happier when you weed out the people, like weed them out. What's the essence of them being in your life? You have to ask yourself that question multiple times. Cutting people off is a question of who do I choose, me or them? Do I choose my own happiness, or do I choose them? And every time you have to choose you, because you matter. You come first in every situation. If you think about it this way, it should be easy for you to cut people off. And again, why it's so hard for people to cut people off is because you also haven't spent enough time with yourself. I said this on TikTok. Because you feel like you're going to be lonely, you feel like you're not going to have anyone to speak to or communicate with or go out with or have fun with, and you can't do those things by yourself, you allow people that are not supposed to be in your life be in your life. That is just so sad. If you spend enough time with yourself, if you appreciate yourself, you would understand that, yeah, you are enough, you are sufficient for you. So anybody that is coming into your life should just be an adult. If you're letting anybody into your space, they should have something to bring to that space. So if they have nothing to bring to that space, they have no business being in your life. Once you spent enough time with yourself, you appreciated yourself, you enjoy your own company, you enjoy yourself, you'd understand that for anybody to come into this enjoyment, they need to bring something to the table. And if they are not bringing something to the table, then go. If you've not gotten to this point, I understand how it'll be hard for you to let people go or cut people off. If you cannot be by yourself, if you cannot do things by yourself, it'll be so hard. Letting people go will protect your peace. Cutting people off will protect your peace. The 5th tip I have for you guys is one that I feel like a lot of people need to know. This is basically taking mixed signals as a no, and if something doesn't feel right? Don't do it. First feeling you feel about a situation or a person, if it's negative, just cut it off. Cut it off and move on with your life. And when someone or something is giving you mixed signals, especially someone, just know that the person doesn't really like you. Just know that the situation is not for you, and just pack your bags and go. I think where we get it mixed up is we try to look for the yes in those no cases. We try to look for the right emotions or the happiness or the joy in those situations. So we try hard again and again. You keep failing yourself each time you try to fix what God has not put in your life. You keep telling God that he doesn't know what he's doing when he's constantly not letting a situation pan out the way you want it to pan out, or a relationship go the way you want it to go, or a friendship go the way you want it to go. You keep telling God that, no, you're wrong, this is what I want for me. Every time I have forced a relationship, every time I have forced a friendship, every time I've forced a situation to be right for me, it has completely been the opposite. Every time it failed 2 times worse. What is meant for you, you don't have to struggle to get it. You don't have to lose your morals to get it. You don't have to cry to get it. You don't have to be a mess to get it. You don't have to suffer to get it. And you certainly do not have to do those things to keep it either. So even if you have it and you're struggling to keep it, it is not from God. And I'm being 100% honest when I say this. Anything that is causing you stress, that is causing you pain, that is causing you a heartache, that you have to literally weep and roll and cry and disturb yourself over and over again, to have it or to keep it is not from God and is not for you. You need to understand that to protect your peace, to protect your space, to protect your energy, and to protect your vibe, you need to work with God and move with faith, because that's where your destiny is. Even if you don't like it, even if that's not the path that you initially thought it would be, but that's God telling you that that's what he wants for you. So why are you saying no? As the queen of fixing things, Barbara the builder, trying to mend and blend things that are not meant to be blended or fixed. I always try to fix things. Coming from that, I have learned to let things be, let it go, and let God do his thing in my life, because the more I try, the more I fail. 5th tip I have for you guys is to learn to let emotions go, specifically negative emotions. So what I mean by this is, stop holding a grudge, learn to forgive people, learn to just free your heart. You'll be at peace when you just let things go. Me, I don't know how to hold a grudge. I might be angry about something for maybe just a couple hours, sometimes ponder on it for a couple days, but best believe I'm not holding that in my heart, because I have learned through my years of trying to improve myself and to know myself and to be more aware. The more I hold grudge in my heart or anger in my heart towards a situation or towards someone, I'm the one feeling it. I'm the one that has more to lose than the person. Every time I think about them, or that emotion comes up, or that situation comes up, the emotion I feel is just negative. It is heaviness in my heart, and it completely destroys my day. A happy day that I was having, just that tiny thing would just completely mess it all up for me. So I have learned to just let those negative emotions go. I might feel hurt, pain, and betrayal. That's only going to be for a short period of time. I literally just let it go and live my life and just continue being the fine babe that I am, because I'm not going to let anybody take away that from me. I'm not going to let anybody stop my shine. That's what I literally say every time I'm feeling those emotions about things or situations or somebody, right? I always say, oh, nobody's going to come and spoil my beauty, my shine. Nobody's going to come and take away this smile from my face. Are you seeing this face? This is our time, this is our moment, and you cannot get this time back. You're not going to spend the time that you have, the little time that we have, holding a grudge, being angry, carrying a lot of heaviness in your heart for someone or something. Now that's pretty much everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to have those links below. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to